Juan and Elva Banda are two people that are just finishing up our launch coaching program, and on this video, I get to share with you an interview I did with them earlier today, where they walk through what it's been like to grow their business over the last 6 months. They came in the first couple months doing $0 in revenue, and they've grown their business to over $4,000 per month in the last few months. So I'm really excited to have you see their thoughts on things they did right, things they did wrong, managing a business and growing a business as a couple, and a bunch more. And so we get to dive in with the first question for them, which I asked them earlier today. What got you into this business and how'd you get started?
Our son is the one who got us into this. He took a drone class in high school. Like, he built a drone from scratch and he got all into it. And he was like, we've always done side gigs on the side. We have another business that he works with us. Our kids have always been working with us on whatever we're doing. He worked in the oil and gas industry. I was always at home doing my own thing, making money on the side. But when he got into that class, he enjoyed it so much. And he's like, Mom, Dad, he told Juan, go take the class. I've always been on YouTube, looking, searching, trying to learn. And I found you and I started following you and watching all your videos. And then I kept telling him, watch these videos, watch Eli, and look what he says. We didn't even know. So we got a camera. We didn't even know how, settings and all that. We knew nothing about the. So we got the camera. We already had the drone, of course, started getting the tripod, everything. And we started shooting on our own. And it wasn't until after, because he ended up, like you said, quitting his job, because I was like, okay, we need to, if we're going to do this, let's go 100%, 100%. We have another small business that is steady and can keep us afloat, but we've literally bootstrapped it and trying to dedicate ourselves 100%. So it's working. So slowly but surely.
So what made you, I guess if you were already doing it, what made you jump into launch and get into coaching? And then not that, you guys did the work, and just for everybody listening, coaching wasn't the thing that made these people successful. They put in the work, the coaching gave them the roadmap to follow, but the work is what it takes. So I guess what made you jump into coaching, and then we'll go what's happened over the last 6 months after that.
So we did this on our own, real estate photography, for about 6 to 8 months. And we didn't, and then slow season started. So then we were like, oh my gosh, is it us?
Crickets, there was nothing.
Nothing, zero. And so I, again, following you, and then I think I had missed a workshop or whatnot, and I told him, I said, come on, let's do this. He got in on it, we did it, but to us it was kind of because we're kind of doing this trial and error. If we're gonna be serious about it, why not have some guidance? And I think honestly it's the best decision we've ever made, because the numbers are proof, even though we're not to where we can be self-sufficient off of what we're making, but it's still it's so much more, drastically more than what we were doing on our own. So the guidance, the coaching, having someone there, for any questions, having someone review our work if we need to, it's just, it was just amazing. And it's not, part of it, sometimes it's after starting the course, I'm like, okay, well, I kind of know all this, but you always have that self-doubt that you're not 100% certain that you are doing the right thing. So validation is a big thing with the program too. You have that support system. If you have a doubt, okay, you just ask your coach, ask the group, so that's been a big thing. So I think the guidance and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's what I always wanted, was just a step-by-step process. And so that's been very helpful for us.
And I guess we talked about it before we went quote unquote live here, but the Instagram method, core of what we teach, For someone just getting started, do you have any advice around the Instagram method or anything you would have wanted to know going in? Anything on that front?
With the Instagram method, you just pretty much have to stay on it. I go in there every day. I try to make at least 2 to 3 hours to try to take 2 to 3 hours out of my day just to stay on it, because you'll see the results. You see the results, but like I said, it takes work. They're not gonna know you if you're not out there just throwing your name out there. And like I said, some of these people must get tired of seeing our business name, because I mean, I'm just constantly emojis and I just anything I can do for them to kind of see what we're about and what we're offering. But you have to stay on that Instagram method, and it really really works. Like I said, it's worked for us. I don't do no cold calling. I don't do no Facebook, none of that. I mean, there's just so many agents out there. There's just so many agents out there. It's endless, and it's just a matter of just them seeing your name and what you got to offer. And I mean, if they get tired of you, they're gonna delete you, obviously. But I mean, nobody's deleted me.
Nobody's deleted us.
So I guess
it doesn't really happen. Yeah.
So I'm like, well, if they haven't deleted me, I guess they enjoy me, emoji or doing whatever, putting comments.
And I think they see it as you're being supportive of their page as well. Yeah. Like, we get so many, they may not have a listing, or they may already have a photographer themselves, but because we are, giving them hearts or, fire emojis, or saying congratulations, or saying good luck on your, open house, they reply and say, thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. We even did, actually, a few days ago, we had an agent that he had been, he contacted, we did the free shoot for her. We drove almost 2 hours for the free shoot, and she hasn't booked us. It's already been almost 3 months, and she hasn't booked us for a paid shoot, but she has referred 2 other agents that have already booked with us for paid. They didn't even ask for the free shoot. So but he's constantly like commenting and sending emoji and being supportive on her page, because I think she does more leasing than it is.
I'm thinking sometimes, once they post it, I just feel like once they post a new walkthrough, if they post a reel of a new home, I go in there and I'm like, I feel like a fire. So I'm like, man, they must feel like, man, this guy's just stalking us, like, let me be. But I'm like, whatever. I mean, if you don't want me, you'll delete me, but so they're gonna keep posting and putting comments, and not always good, always positive, and it works. It works,
She actually commented and said, hey guys, thank you so much for being supportive. I've referred and given your name and your contact info to my colleagues. Have you been contacted? And then we told her, yes, 2 of them have actually contacted us. Thank you so much. So I think she felt like we're kind of stalking her. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, she was willing to refer you, that's the name. It's like the Instagram method is where you get the opportunities from. And then it doesn't mean it's that person. It could be like someone else they refer, something else. The other thing too, just for everybody listening, I always like to do this. So I went into your Instagram method tracker and I just select the box at the top. And I know when someone's gonna be successful, because when I select it, it says you can only select up to 500 at one time, which means you guys have sent a whole lot of messages. And that's why you have the results that you have now, right? And I think a lot of people the Instagram method is not complicated, but it's not easy, right? Like, it's simple, but it's not easy. And so I think the thing that you guys have as a trait that matches that of other successful people is that you just do the work. You consistently do the work. So I guess with that being said, you're somewhere around 4 to 5K a month right now. What do you want to see in the future? Like, what's the goal for the business? Do you want to scale and hire people, or like, where are you going with this?
We do. We want to scale. We want to hire people. We've even talked about. I mean, we were out of town in Mexico a couple of days ago, and a buddy of ours, he knows a lot of people out there. We've even thought about scaling out in that way, houses out near Mexico, even Austin. We have family in Austin, so we want to grow. Those, my son, he's involved a lot, so he's starting to learn the photography part of it, which would be another body out there taking photos. But absolutely, I mean,
Yeah.
that's our goal.
Yeah, I think our goal is to be, a little, of course, financially stable, free, be well off, and be able to have something that is a business that will be automatically running, whether we're there or not. I mean, of course, you have to have some, you know, uh, supervision and managing, and that would be ideal, I think, in my opinion. And then something that we could leave, I think that's just the greatest thing that my son sees us and actually getting done. Like he gets, because of him, we were invited to be part of our chamber in our small town, and
Yeah.
everybody knows him. We always joke around, he's gonna be like the mayor. So he walks in like shaking everybody's hand. It's kind of funny. But
and it's a great job. It's a great business. I mean, I enjoy going out there and just just meeting new agents and talking to them. It's a great job. I mean, you're on the field, and you're driving around, and you get to see beautiful homes, and you get to talk to these great agents, and it's awesome. I enjoy it.
It's like easy to forget when you've been shooting real estate for a while how fun it actually is. Like you get to fly drones, see cool houses, take photos, and drive to the next one. Anyway, go for it, Elva. Sorry.
Yeah, well, and meet all these great people. Like I am really, really surprised how kind and how nice and how helpful they really. We went again, drove 2 hours, but still, because she's been so supportive of us, and she was so sweet. And she's like, my brokerage has a photographer already, but I want to use you. I want to use you guys. And she's like, let's build because she does ranch style and like property acreages and farms. And she's like, let's build your ranch and farm portfolio. And I was like, yes. And so we got to ride around in a little,
the little gator thing or whatever they call it.
A little gator out there in the field. And I mean, she's awesome.
It was so sweet. I mean, at the end, she's like, she paid us, and she's like, here's extra. She goes, stop and get some lunch. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Agents are great. They really, a lot of people think they're not, and they just, I mean, they had to build a business too, right? Like they understand what you're going through. So I think it is a really enjoyable group of people. I mean, you always have those people that aren't as fun, but like 9 out of 10 times they're awesome.
And you can get great advice for them too, as far as business. Like if you want to like go into like flipping homes or getting loans, they're a great person to talk to. They have, they're great.
Yeah.
Well, they're people that are trying to make something happen for themselves. They're the same thing we're doing.
Right.
I guess my last question is, you guys get to work together as a couple. Any advice for couples thinking about starting this business specifically that you can think of?
I think
patience. Patience.
Patience, yes, patience is key. I think again, I think we owe Karen some marital counseling sessions because she's been a lot of help. I think her outside perspective on when we're in disagreement. It's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business, but we both want the same outcome. We want to be successful. We want to do the great work. So I think that is key whenever both partners have the same goal in mind, and you're both in it, like 100% committed to it. Because if you're going to work together, I think if it would be, no, it's just my thing, then I do my thing, and it's okay, you can. But if you're going to be working together, I think patience, yes, and then compromise. It's kind of like a marriage.
Yeah, I'm kind of like dreading when we get so big to where, because we drive around, we get lunch together, we drive, we talk, we kind of, we brainstorm, but I'm kind of dreading that one when it gets to so big to where we're both driving separate ways. I enjoy it. We sit down and we drive and we talk, and where we want to go, where we want to take this, and it's fun. We enjoy talking. We've been married for 24-25 years, and so we kind of know each other. But business. There's always going to be some disagreements, but you'll figure it out.
Well, it's cool too, because I mean, most of the time we're awake, we spend working, right? And so if you do get to work with your spouse, that's cool. Like, that's not something everybody gets to do, and it's fun when it's something you can build together. You know, it's not just a job you share. It's like, I don't know, as you talked about earlier, it's something for the future that you get to build now. And the cool thing, we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but it's like, when you do the work, it's hard work starting a business. I mean, you guys over the last 6 months put in the work, and that's why your business has grown. But when you do that, you know, it's a relatively short period of time that creates options for a lot of time in the future. So now you have a business that's, you know, it's not where you want it to be, but it is doing thousands a month in revenue, and it will continue to grow. And that every time it grows, you get more options, you know? You get to decide if you want to hire, if you just want to stay solo and make a bunch yourself. Like, it's just cool. That's the most fun part to me, is that it gives you that, I guess it's really freedom at the core. Like, you have the options, and that's where, in my opinion, freedom comes from, is the ability to choose. So yeah.
Right.
Well,
and kudos to the program, because I mean, if it wasn't for the program, I mean, we wouldn't have known how to get started. I mean, it's taught us from step one to everything. You know, how to get the logos. We know QuickBooks has been amazing. I mean, that thing's amazing. We wouldn't known how to use that, or just everything itself. You know, and numbers, keeping track of your numbers is a big deal. You know,
it is.
With our other business, we never thought about that. It kind of grew organically, the other one, and I kind of wish we would have followed. I wish there would have been a method back then of how to do that. You know, because it's helped us. The program has helped us out a whole lot. A lot, you know.
And it's kind of like you're scared to note your numbers.
So you kind of bury your head.
You're like, I don't want to look at them. Let's not talk about it. But
that's what pushes you. That's what drives you, though.
That's what that's why we have.
Most of the time, it's not even that bad. It's you're actually doing good.
Yeah. That's why one of my favorite things is the reporting board, you know, and the one you guys are filling out. Like, it just shows you, it's cool too, because it shows you the progress. I think a lot of times, like you said, it's easier to think you're doing worse than you are. And so you see, it's cool to see in your board, $500, $2,500, 40, whatever it was. Like, that's awesome to get to see that.
It is. It's awesome.
Well, thanks to you both for jumping on here today. And congrats on all the success so far. So really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Eli.
Thank you so much.